The controversial business of Kylian Mbappé. Notice how these man-of-the-match pictures differ from one another. Kylian Mbappé purposefully obscures the Budweiser emblem. It's not a coincidence. He doesn't want to advertise junk food or alcohol. To renegotiate the terms of the player's sponsorship, he even boycotted a few French Federation photo shoots. Michael Jordan's concealment of the Reebok logo during the Barcelona Olympics brought back memories for many. Like Jordan, Mbappé is acutely conscious of the influence his brand has. Additionally, he has a strategic plan for it, a vision that is beginning to bear fruit. Neither Messi nor Ronaldo is the highest paid football player in the world for the first time in a decade, and Mbappé became the highest paid football player ever after snagging the top spot. Mbappé's mother wanted him to enroll in a prestigious business school in Paris only a few years ago. On the streets of Bondy, he attended his form of business school instead, drawing inspiration from the greatest of all time. Furthermore, his lessons may be more valuable than anything you could learn from an MBA. Welcome to Kylian Mbappé's company, Athletic Interest. 1998 was a terrific year for French football. Kylian, the boy from Bondy, Mbappé was born to his Cameroonian father, who became his first football coach, and his Algerian mother, who sent Kylian to flute lessons to make sure he was not only thinking about football. His parents also gave Kylian a telling second name, Adesanme, a traditional West African name meaning the crown fits me. Mbappé grew up in Bondy, a suburb of Paris. The so-called banlieues are not the easiest neighborhood to grow up in, but they are also one of the deepest talent pools for football. 28 players in the last World Cup were born in Greater Paris, more than in any other region on Earth. It didn't take long until Mbappé had outgrown Bondy. When he was 14, Zinedine Zidane invited him to Real Madrid. Liverpool, Man City, and Bayern tried to sign him, and Mbappé even participated in a friendly for Chelsea. But he had a different game plan. Mbappé has had a concrete plan ever since he can remember. And the first important decision of his career turned out to be a masterstroke. The family picked Monaco as the club with the shortest route to the first team. A bold move, but it worked. Mbappé made his debut at 16, won the French title, reached the semi-finals in the Champions League 2 years later, and then joined PSG for the second highest fee ever paid for a football player. Since then, Mbappé's form has risen. In addition to his athletic accomplishments, he also has a business. The company that owns Mbappé. You must be the greatest both on and off the field if you want to become a genuinely worldwide icon. In addition to being some of the best athletes in history, Serena Williams, Roger Federer, and Michael Jordan all possess extraordinary business sense. The first step in doing so is having a solid grasp of the brand and its potential. Mbappé has already hinted that he may perhaps possess it. This joint stock corporation was created by his mother, Faiza Lamare, the year he joined PSG. This is a straightforward explanation for the name. It's the first letters of the Mbappé family's names, a sign that his family is very important to him. Mbappé operates without a classical agent. Mbappé operates his business alongside his parents and lawyer, who are his most essential advisors. It is registered as a simplified joint stock company, a special venture form in France. Theoretically, you could therefore own pieces of Mbappé. The company's shares are not traded on the stock exchange, so don't get too thrilled. Its primary goal is to control Mbappé's reputation. Founding a corporation expressly for this purpose indicates how much he cares about his positioning. The company, and therefore his mom, takes care of Mbappé's website, his shop, his fashion brand, and his publishing house. His website is also where we locate the first business lesson we may learn from Mbappé. Take a peek at those partners. Nike, Hublot, EA, and Oakley are the only 4 members of this extremely exclusive group. Contrast that with the quantity of logos on the websites of other football players. For instance, Neymar has 25 partners, ranging from online poker to hot dogs. Ultimately, their goal is to maximize profits. Additionally, like Roger Federer, Mbappé attempts to establish himself in the premium market. You can demand higher prices if you make yourself unique, especially over time. The image rights debate a 3-year contract worth $250 million to him. His master plan and a bidding war between Real Madrid and PSG are to blame. Mbappé turned down the greatest contract offer in Madrid's history, a team known for paying the highest prices to sign the biggest names in the world. Macron, the president of France, may have requested him to remain in Paris for a little while longer. Once more, however, maintaining control over his image rights was essential. All Real Madrid players give the team 50% of their image rights, as you may have discovered a few weeks ago. Madrid uses mutual gain as justification for this unusual arrangement. Being a member of the world's largest team benefits the players and makes them more appealing to sponsors. His attorney contended that Mbappé could have become one of the most lucrative sports brands without Madrid. By giving away 50% of his image rights and his sponsorships, Mbappé would have even lost money. But it's not just about money. At least not in the classical sense. Football has changed. The new wave gives players the right to look at their names and see what it is associated with. Inspired by LeBron, Mbappé's newest venture even took him to the NBA draft in New York to ink the next connection between football and basketball. The two sports have long been intertwined together. Just look at the combination between PSG and the Jordan brand, or the ownership of Liverpool by LeBron James. Zebra Valley is a production firm that Mbappé started across the Atlantic with the goal of creating unique, compelling content that will engage and inspire fans around the world. It sounds a lot like Spring Hill Company, starring LeBron James. The intention is to create movies that are not just about football. The life of a Syrian refugee is the focus of one of the initial projects. For Mbappé, the business is the beginning of an endeavor to leave a legacy that goes beyond his athletic accomplishments, a means of becoming more than the guy who shoots the ball and finishes his career and goes to the yacht and takes his money. That's not what he wants to be. Mbappé and his classmates at the Monaco Academy were instructed to create a magazine cover with a picture of themselves when they were 15 years old. Unlike many of his classmates, Mbappé made a facsimile of the cover of Time magazine, rather than seeing himself on the cover of GQ or Vogue. The headline proclaimed him El Maestro in a bold white script. He was featured on the cover of the actual Time magazine 4 years later. His desire to study and improve every day was one of the things that led him there, whether in the boardroom or on the field. Staying ahead of the competition is the key to success in any field. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts.